What's going on, champs and chambits? It's FireMonkey here. Ignore my voice, I am currently very sick right now. But the FNCS Global Championships for this year have officially ended, and with it we were able to crown our FNCS Global Championship winner, being Cooper and Miro, who won a combined prize pool of $1 million, which before tax is going to be $500,000 for each person. We also had Cammy and Seti, who won Invitationals, coming out in second place this time, winning $650,000 combined between the both of them, so you basically split it in half and you get the winners. And there was a lot of interesting competition that actually went down with it. And I'm going to be completely honest here, I never really cared for FNCS competitions or, global championships, LAN events, that type of stuff, until I went to the in-person, invitationals event, because when I was able to actually be there in person and experience the event for what it is, are you okay there, bot? I don't even know what's happening here. I mean, hey, okay, thank you for the free elimination, but when it came to the original FNCS Global Championship or, invitational event, I wasn't really too crazy into it. I was just like, oh, hey, it's something cool to go to, it's a little Fortnite event to be in person about, and that was pretty much it. But after watching it in person, it's definitely been something that I've enjoyed watching more and more, and while I don't actively go out of my way seeking, the FNCS Global Championship tournaments and watching them live or anything, while there's the majors leading up to the main event, I definitely do love watching that final conclusion where you have everyone competing for a massive money prize, because it always leads to some very interesting situations and always leads to, seeing some very interesting gameplays happening as well. One of the things I actually saw during the FNCS Global Championship that I thought was very unique that I didn't even think about until I saw that was people going ahead and using a downed person, taking them over to the slurp plants and throwing them back and forth between different slurp plants in order to feed off of their storm surge, so that in the later games, they were able to not worry about storm surge as much because they just farmed one person continuously non-stop to make sure that they were in the safe spot with surge. That was just something that, I wasn't expecting at all, and seeing that actually happen live was pretty interesting in my opinion. There were some interesting plays here and there were some moments that were like, oh, they let that slide through. There was a whole entire interview going on with someone regarding the FNCS Global Championship, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm also here to find a girlfriend, and I just thought that was hilarious. You have people going out of their way to kind of just make little goofs and little jokes here and there regarding the whole entire event going on, and it's always been a fun little experience to see. However, I've noticed a lot of people get disappointed because the event ended and there was no teaser, no trailer for a live event or anything like that, and it's something where I feel, while it was hyped up that we would get a teaser because at the World Cup and at FNCS Invitationals there were teasers, it's something that I feel isn't exactly required. The reason I say that is because of the fact that if we look at the current Fortnite season and pay attention to all the things that have been leaked already, there's a lot that has already been leaked, right? There's a lot that's already out there, and we know in terms of teasers and everything, for like a live event or whatever, for a whole entire month worth of changes, those are things that are supposed to be happening in-game to kind of hype up the next month where we're in between seasons in a way, right? We don't have a live event that we're actually going to be going down in the game currently. It's something where all the changes that lead us going to the Chapter 1 island or whatever else are something that happens during downtime. We launch into the new game, once it's November time and everything else, and we're just introduced to this modified world where things are completely changed. We don't know if we'll be in Chapter 5, we don't know if we'll still be in Chapter 4, we don't know if it's going to be a season at all. All we know is that we're going to be seeing some sort of resemblance of the old island from Chapter 1 returning and mixed together with the Chapter 4 island, and I think a lot of the whole entire teasers and everything else that could really hype it up are the things happening in-game, but on top of that, we have to focus on the fact that, hey, we have cinematic trailers and stuff going on. We have some stuff that will be happening during Fortnitemares this year, such as, the time machine going out of the time machine room and showing up in Frenzy Fields, such as little Chapter 1 teasers showing up in Mega City on the giant billboards and everything, and it's something where I feel that, a lot of people are getting themselves hyped up and overhoped to watch a whole entire competitive event just for the chance of seeing a teaser of something that we already knew was going to be happening and was going to be coming very soon. I know I am a little shocked to see that they never announced anything such as the LEGO collaboration or whatnot, because we had some leaks here and there regarding a microscopic llama that was going to be built and, put together in Denmark's LEGO facilities and everything else, but it was something that never actually went into fruition. It never came out of anything else, and it was just simply, a little confidential document, or not even really confidential, but a little document that talked about something that they were working on at the time. And personally, I feel that whenever it comes to events like this, right, whenever it comes to leaks and everything in general, people take what leakers such as myself say as 100% confirmation that we're going to be getting a live event, 100% confirmation that everything we tweet is going to happen, when you got to pay attention to the fact that in the past we've talked about stuff such as the Squad Burst Hill item, which was an item that was being developed for Fortnite before, or even the Firefly Launcher item, which was like a flamethrower being developed by Fortnite before, or even the guitar item that was going to be able to break builds whenever you were using it, but you had to actually hit on the beat and everything. So it's kind of like a Hi-Fi Rush minigame type of item. And there's been times we've talked about all these items before that, while they are accurate bits of information, end up getting scrapped or changed or something along the ways, and end up not being completely true in terms of, oh, this is guaranteed coming to the game. But whenever someone sees us leak something like, oh, there's this item being worked on, they'll take it as, oh, this will most likely come to the game at this specific point, where the only time you can really confirm if something's going to come to the game in a certain season is based on the cinematic gameplay trailers and everything else that released for that season ahead of time, because that shows at least what they've been working the most on and what they could choose to actually end up releasing through the multiple updates we have. But in terms of everything going on, I definitely think that the FNCS Global Championship was very fun to watch for me personally, as someone who cares a little bit more and has started to care more and more about the competitive scene, and it's something that I'm hoping continues in 2024. I know there's been a huge focus on UEFN and that type of stuff recently. I know, for example, at the Global Championship they had a live concert and the crowd just really did not care too much, or at least, the younger side of the crowd and everything else, but there were some people, jamming to it, enjoying it. I was enjoying watching it from my room, and it's something that I definitely want to see them continue, even if they have this focus on UEFN, because in-person events just feel so cool, right? They just feel so nice, because sure, you can have a whole entire online event or something where people are playing from their homes, in their own setups and everything, but having this area where your opponents are in the same room as you, and if they eliminate you, it's like, hey, I can watch what they're doing right now, because guess what? They're like 3 chairs away from me or something like that. It is just a super unique concept and something that I love to see more and more. I just wish that the competitive scene for Fortnite, especially for these LAN events, these in-person things, was a bigger following, because while UEFN and Fortnite Battle Royale as a whole has a decent following, it feels like competitive is in its own little bubble, where whenever you hear people talk about it who aren't in the competitive scene, it's a lot of people talking about how a lot of these competitive players are complaining or something like that. Meanwhile, you look at other games like Valorant, and even if you're not a competitive player in Valorant, it's still a game that has a huge competitive scene, and you hear these things here and there, where it just feels like they have a stronger identity in those different types of games than what they have in Fortnite. But of course, that's just my little ramble about FNCS Global Championship. Congratulations once again to Cooper and Nero for winning the championship, and I hope to see them do something more in the future, such as, like a FNCS 2024 or whatever else, very, very soon. But until next time, hope champs and champions enjoy this little bit of a ramble. Sorry about my voice sounding like I'm absolutely dying, I've been sick the past few days or whatnot, and I will catch you guys next time with another upload. Peace out.